We continue to track breaking news at the airport this morning. Thanks for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Drew Carney.
And I'm Corey Rose. Late last night, a flight at DIA headed to Dulles International Airport had to deplane because of a bomb scare. This is a look at what some of those passengers saw out on the tarmac. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj is live at DIA this morning. What have you been able to learn so far?
Good morning, Corey. You know what I mean? We all know just how unnerving it is to get on a plane, to be flying out. This morning, there are a lot of people traveling. I'll get our news photographer, my colleague Alex Dickey, to show you some of the foot traffic that's making their way through DIA right about now. But the airport does confirm that a United flight heading to Dulles Airport in Washington, D.C. was forced to deplane after a security concern. Now, we did get some photos from one of the passengers on that plane that was shared with us. There were about 200 people on board. All of them had to be evacuated from the plane. That was an Airbus A321 using the air stairs. Now, officials say there's no evidence right now that a bomb of any kind was found on board. People on that flight actually spent several hours in the terminal waiting for the all clear before eventually taking off for Washington overnight. I'm going to step back into the shot here. We have reached out to United as well as law enforcement to see what they can provide us with in terms of information on the nature of the security concern that they were dealing with last night, how it was reported, and why it was serious enough to warrant that plane being evacuated in the first place. Now, in the meantime, we do know the plane actually touched down in Washington, D.C. within the last couple of hours. We are trying to see if we can hear from some of the passengers who were on board, and once we have that, we'll make it available to you right here on 9 News. Reporting live from DIA, Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.
Shalima, thank you. In Boulder County, officials with the regional bomb squad removed 5 improvised explosive devices along a roadside. This happened near Ponderosa Way. Someone reported finding a metal case along the road. The surrounding neighborhoods went under a shelter-in-place around noon. 7 hours later, the shelter-in-place was finally lifted. Boulder County says the bomb technicians had safely moved the devices to a secure location to figure out if they were real bombs.
All right, let's get back to this morning's weather forecast and the rest of the day ahead. This is a beautiful shot from our camera set up at Elish Gardens, which, by the way, opened up for the season on Saturday. So early opening. They say it's going to be their longest season ever. What a weather story for downtown the last few days. Snowing downtown on Friday and yesterday. Probably the most picture-perfect day you can imagine in April. It was pretty incredible.
It really was gorgeous. Katie LaSalle joins us now. Katie, today we could crack that 80-degree mark.
We are looking at getting very close. Good morning, you guys. What a beautiful end to the weekend. Feels like the snow was, well, a thing of the past with upper 40s right now. It melted off very quickly, but we could absolutely use some more widespread precipitation, but we will not be tracking that until the end of the week. This April 20th, it's going to be another day of sunshine, relatively calm winds. Temperatures will be warmer than yesterday, nearing 80 degrees. Now, high winds, something we'll be tracking through the middle of the week, and our next chance for seeing more shower activity, rain for the plains, and some snow in the high country looks to arrive Thursday into Friday. But let's talk about right now. This Monday morning, we're in the 40s downtown, a little bit colder over the eastern plains and portions of the mountains, so definitely want to have the jacket on. But for today, sunshine, 3 o'clock, 79 expected. Pretty light winds, at least for the front range, the northeastern plains. No advisories to tell you about. Comfortable, but mid to upper 80s. Southern Colorado bracing for, again, high fire danger. So from Woodland Park, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, down through Springfield, strongest winds through this evening. That red flag warning will stay in effect until 9 o'clock. Then tomorrow we'll wake up to, again, clear skies, and then temperatures will be above average, nearing record territory for today. And then our next storm on Friday, that will bring us our next best chance for a little more moisture. We'll break that down hour by hour as we get a little bit closer. But in the meantime, Brianna, how are things on the roads right now?
Yeah, pretty quiet. Happy Monday, everyone. A live look right now of 225. 6:03 is your time for this Monday morning. So this is a live look from 225 in Parker Road. So if you're heading southbound this morning into I-25, northbound to I-70, no issues to report up and down this stretch of 225. So I do want to switch things over to our main maps, get to your drive times, because you could see across the metro we have a lot of green. So it is quiet this morning. Leaving the Lakewood area, heading eastbound to I-25, only about 7 minutes. And then southbound I-25 from 144th down to 76, still looking in pretty good shape, only 10-minute drive.
All right, thank you, Brianna. The search continues this morning for a missing hunter from Salida. He was last seen last Wednesday. The Chaffee County Sheriff's Office says 27-year-old Caden Seitz, who you see on your screen here, went missing, or went hunting, that is, by himself that morning, and he failed to show up for a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. His family did find his truck on Trevano Mountain His cell phone, they say, was still inside, but the battery was drained. Search teams are using dogs, drones, and helicopters at this point to find him. The sheriff's office also says they believe Caden was wearing a ghillie suit at the time. That's a specialized 3D camouflage suit that's designed to blend in to natural surroundings.
People in Evergreen came together over the weekend to honor the life of a man killed in a hit-and-run crash. Colorado State Patrol says Michael Longfellow was walking along Highway 74 when a driver hit and killed him. Investigators say they still have not identified a suspect. Friends and community members who gathered for a memorial say without an arrest, it makes healing even harder.
He's sorely missed. I catch myself every day. I used to give him rides all the time, and I just catch myself every day when I'm driving, which is multiple times a day up and down the parkway, looking for him. He's missed. He's missed by everybody.
SP has impounded the suspect vehicle and it's being processed for evidence. Memorial organizers are also raising money for permanent memorials on the highway and outside Michael Longfellow's favorite Starbucks.
A Colorado State trooper is recovering after her car was hit while driving in La Plata County. The Colorado State Patrol shared this video of the accident. We're going to show it to you right here. It clearly shows what happened. You can see the accident right there in the middle of the screen. Now, the trooper, we're told, was driving down Highway 172 near County Road 311 when her patrol car was hit by that blue Dodge sedan that did not stop at a stop sign. The patrol car spun out, hit a white Dodge truck before it went onto the shoulder of the highway. The trooper only suffered minor injuries and no one else was hurt, but police did arrest the 50-year-old man driving the Dodge for suspicion of driving under the influence. Now, with 420 events happening today, like the Mile High 420 Festival and 420 on the Rocks, State Patrol is reminding people to drive sober, number one. And if you are fully taking part today, they say definitely plan your ride.
People throughout the entire city of Denver received an emergency alert Saturday evening that was meant for only a small one-block radius. The alert was an all-clear message after Denver police issued a shelter-in-place order following an armed robbery near West Gunnison Drive and South Zuni Street. While the original emergency alert was sent to the intended one-block radius, DPD said the all-clear was sent out further than intended. A similar situation happened back in January when an active threat alert meant for a small area near DU was sent to the entire city. Police say they're working with the Department of Public Safety and Denver 911 to figure out what happened.
A community in Shreveport, Louisiana is mourning after a family shooting left 8 children dead. Police say 31-year-old Shamar Elkins opened fire inside a home early Sunday morning. 7 of those children were his own, all between the ages of 3 and 11 years old. 2 women, including Elkins' wife, also shot. They remain in critical condition this morning. Police say Elkins fled the scene, but officers shot and killed him after a chase. Investigators say he had a history of mental health issues, and they believe the shooting was part of a domestic incident.
Today marks 27 years since a day that shook a nation, a day Coloradans will never forget. 13 people were killed inside Columbine High School on April 20th, 1999. A 14th victim, Anne Marie Hochhalter, died last year as a result of the injuries she suffered from that day. Today we remember and pay tribute to the 14 lives lost.